Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the next episode of the G&A podcast. I am... Who am I? I am the girl that you like, who may or may not bake, those nice rice balls with the needle inside. Doobie-doo.
And I am the sequel to Sober Oni, but spelled with a capital O.
And welcome back to G&A podcast, where we talk about all things anime, the good, the bad, and the weeb. How are you doing, Oni?
I am doing fine. How are you doing, Drew?
I'm doing okay. The throat's a little sore. I think it's just a change in the weather. I feel like every time you ask me how I'm doing, it's literally like a new thing. I feel like people are getting a little...
You're dynamic in your unhealthiness.
It's consistent.
You're consistently.
Mind you, I'm a very healthy person, like compared to most people, which kind of upsets me. But you know what? It's all right. We're here.
Yes.
And the reason why we're here is to discuss the lineup for the fall 2020 anime season.
Yes, we're going to get started with the new season of anime. Real quick before we do start this, for those of you who have never seen how we do these before, basically we're going to go through AniChart, covering all the new releases for this fall season. You can follow along with us on screen or in the link down below. These are going to be like our genuine, for the most part, first impressions of these shows as we read them. As we go through them, we're going to decide what six shows that we're going to bring with us to cover on a weekly basis in our weekly G&A podcast for the rest of the season. And if you're a member or a patron or a Twitch sub, you can vote in a poll for what show you want us to be covering for the 7th show of the podcast. So it'll be a viewer choice anime. So with that said, let us start. Do you want honors or should I?
By all means, go ahead.
Alright, first up, we have 100 Man no Inochi no Ue ni Ore wa Tateru by Maho Film.
Mm-hmm.
9th grader Yusuke Yotsuya is practical, friendless, and not active in any clubs. Then one day, he and two female classmates are suddenly sent to another world where they must work together to battle for their lives. Yotsuya is a lone wolf and has always lived his life according to his wants, but how will that work out now that he's supposed to be a hero? Get ready for a one-of-a-kind fantasy story that will challenge everything you thought you knew about fantasy. It looks like a fun show. It's very, very colorful portrait picture there.
Yeah.
Maho Film is new.
Brand spanking new. They literally have 3 works of their name. 2 of them are coming out this season.
Mm-hmm. They do very cutesy stuff. I saw a bit of Uchinoko, whatever. My little daughter is a demon, or whatever that show's called. I saw that a bit last year. It was alright. But this doesn't really strike me as my cup of tea, only because I may check out an episode. But we're watching a few shows that are like action-y. There's a lot of action shows in this season. So I don't know if you're interested in wanting to cover it.
No, probably not. We'll see as we keep going down the line.
All right,
so probably a no.
We'll leave it at maybe, and we'll come back to it. We'll be kind. We're kind in the beginning. We'll get progressively worse.
We would. Oh, okay. Up next, we have A3 Season Autumn and Winter by PA Works and Studio 3HC. Or is it 3 Hertz?
I think it's 3 Hertz.
Excuse me. Mankai Company is a far cry from its glory days as an all-male theater. With only one member left and debt collectors at the door, it's no wonder Izumi Tachibana finds herself in over her head when she boldly confronts the Yakuza's loan sharks, promising to bring her father's theater back to the spotlight. She might be able to recruit enough talent, but can they bloom into the actors she needs?
Are these the loan sharks or the talent? Because they look like are these really sexy loan sharks?
Yeah, I told you this is the talent. Maybe, perhaps. Could you imagine these are the loan sharks?
That'd be interesting. It'd be a twist.
These would be the loan sharks. Actually, the harem.
Yeah, that's how she gets over the loan. She just seduces everybody who's after her money.
Oh my god! If that was actually the premise, I would watch that.
We just wrote a better show in 2 minutes than you just read.
Yikes! That's crazy. And just because of that, I will not watch it.
Pass here as well. Alright, next up we have Adachito Shuishi Mamura by Tezuka Productions. Adachi spends her school days skipping class until she meets fellow delinquent Shimura, and the two become fast friends. Cutting class together deepens their friendship, but soon unexpected emotions blossom. As awkwardness and confusion settle in, the two girls travel this sea of emotions with a pedal as they learn about each other, with a paddle as they learn about each other's true feelings.
Oh
yeah, this is a very shoujo. I saw the trailer. You don't even need the trailer to know exactly what it is. Like flowers everywhere and like hand holding, and they sleep on each other. Very cute, very cutesy, very wholesome. It's not the dirty type of Yuri that I like. This is a wholesome. It's a wholesome.
It's not citrus. So she's trying to sleep with her sister.
Yeah, no, it's not like very didn't look dramatic. Didn't look like Kuzuno Honkai Yuri version or anything.
Aww.
So I guess if you guys want something wholesome and cute, and you want to just feel good about yourself or whatever, but we're not about that life. So pass.
I'm gonna put it as a maybe.
All right, we'll put it as a maybe. We'll come back to it. Man.
We'll come back to it. Gosh, lesbians that aren't there for my consumption. Oh, you're so straight, man. I hate you. That's literally what you said.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I wear my interests on my sleeve, but I'm just being honest. I mean, you could do wholesome. If it's wholesome, though, it has to be funny. I can't just watch slice of life, romance. It's just too nothingness. It's just fluff.
And yet, you sat there and watched Senko, that divination anime.
That was fun.
That's not Senko. Sorry.
Wow! You're talking about the one from like years ago.
Yes.
Wow, you hold a grudge.
Yes, I have not forgotten how.
Literally 2 years ago.
Yes, I'm still waking up from the coma that was in after I watched the first few episodes. But yeah, so that is a maybe.
Mm.
Up next is Akudama Drive by Studio Pierrot. Many years ago, a great civil war ravaged Japan, leaving the country fragmented between two regions, Kansai and Kanto. Oh, before I continue, Adachito Shimamura, the Tezuka Productions, they're the same people who did Dororo and Isekai Mao.
Oh shit! So they're an actual legit, yeah.
Yeah.
And Haniome.
And wait, they did Isekai Mao? Wait, I'm not sure they're doing the next.
They're doing the next season. Wait, they're not. They didn't do the first season though. Interesting. That means we got to step up in animation for the next season.
Exactly. So just putting that out there. Anyways, back to Akudama Drive. In Kansai, a group of 6 Akudama carry out missions given to them by a mysterious black cat while evading the police. But dangerous journey is about to unfold, and a civilian girl becomes twisted into the Akudama's way of life and witnesses their criminal drives.
What was that anime? Is it like King or something? This looks like that. I just forgot what the name of the show was.
Not Osama Game.
No. It was like really. It had like a movie and then like 2 seasons or 3 seasons, and people really like it. It had a bunch of like shonen dudes fighting each other. I feel like you saw it. I just forget what it was.
It wasn't the one that was very like almost yaoi
Maybe
with lots of blood.
I don't remember. I never saw it.
I don't think it's that one.
The aesthetic looks like that. Because I see this dude without his shirt in the background just chilling, so maybe that's why. And I see this other dude just like with a lab coat laughing or whatever. I don't know. I gotta figure out what that show. If anyone remembers the name of that show that I vaguely described, let me know in the comments.
Well, either way, how do you feel about this?
I'm not interested, to be honest. And the Studio Pierrot, I know they've been around for a while, but I don't think I've liked any of their shows.
Yikes.
I mean, they're right middle of the group.
I'm like looking. Oh, they did Black Clover. Eye roll. Yikes. That is.
Oh, they did Beelzebub. All right, the last show that they did that I liked was in 2011. So.
That.
I'm not interested, to be honest. It just seems generic to me.
Yeah, I won't fight for it. Moving
on, we have Assault Lily Bouquet by Shaft, an anime project based off of the Assault Lily doll series. On Earth in the near future, humanity faced imminent destruction from mysterious giant creatures known as Huge. The entire world unites against the Huge. No lewd jokes, and successfully develops weaponry known as Charm. Counter huge arms. All right.
It's not even like a lewd thing anymore. Not just like this feels like some Tuaru shit.
Yeah. By combining science and magic, Charm exhibits high rates of synchronization with teenage girls, of course. And the girls who use Charm are viewed as heroes called lilies. Throughout the world, garden, military academies are established to train lilies to face the Huge and to serve as bases to protect and guide people. This is a story about fighting girls who aim to become lilies at one such garden.
What?
That was a mouthful. That was a mouthful of nonsense.
Not
Gotta fight them Huge.
Oh god.
Oh no.
Beat the Huge.
The Huge. It's probably one of those things that sounds better in Japanese than it does in English.
The Huge.
The Huge. No, it doesn't work. I don't want to see the dub.
Although this is I would want to see the dub, but for definitely dubious reasons. Also, it's like, yes, it's by Shaft, but this whole combination of this ridiculous synopsis, plus the fact that it's based off of a doll series, I'm like,
of all things to adapt.
It's not even adapt, you're just making like your own new thing, but just based off of dolls. It's like,
I mean, like, what if they made an anime about fucking I don't know, what's a doll series in America?
Like Barbie.
Barbie, yeah. I mean, technically we had Beast Wars and stuff, and like Transformers, so it isn't that far fetched.
Oh, and Beast Wars was actually
that good. Shit. What if this is like the Beast Wars of Japanese toy adaptations? It is Shaft. I do. For as much as I hate Shaft because they butchered one of my favorite properties of all time. When it comes to magical girls on Shaft,
they're kind of unbeaten.
Yeah, we'll put it as a maybe.
Yeah,
and come back to that one.
At the very least, this will be a very good show to meme.
Oh yeah, this is high meme potential.
Yes. 100%. Up next, you have D4DJ First Mix by Senzigen. Sure. Excuse me. Having moved back to Japan from abroad, Rinku Aimoto transfers to Yoba Academy where DJing is popular. She's deeply moved by DJ concert she sees there and decides to form a unit of her own with Maho Akashi, Muni Onaruto, and Rei Togetsu. While interacting with the other DJ units like Piki PK and Photon Maiden, Rinku and her friends aim for the high stage.
Real quick, I read that as, because I didn't see the name under it, I just saw the logo. I saw DHDT Fuda Mix, and I was like, I think we're on the wrong chart.
D4DJ Fuda Mix. Yikes.
I do like the concept of like a DJ anime. However, I saw the trailer and it's all like PS2 CGI graphics.
Oh yeah, no, I'm good.
Not to say
I'm good, love.
Coming from somebody who loves Kimono Friends and all, but I'll pass.
Yeah, not for this anime.
Not
Not
for
for
this.
that. Yeah.
Next up we have Dragon Quest Dai no Daiboken by Toei Animation. After the first of the Demon Lord, after the defeat of the Demon Lord Hadlar, all of the monsters were unleashed from his evil will and moved to the island of Delmurin to live in peace. Dai is the only human living on the island, having been raised by the kindly monster Brass. Dai's dream is to grow up and be a hero. He gets to become one when Hadlar is resurrected, and the previous hero, Avon, comes to train Dai to help in the battle. But Hadlar, announcing that he now works for an even more powerful demon lord, comes to kill Avon. Thanks for the spoilers. Plot synopsis. To save his students, Avon uses a self-sacrifice spell to attack, but is unable to defeat Hadlar. When it seems that Dai and Avon's other student Pop are doomed, a mark appears on Dai's forehead, and he suddenly gains superpowers and is able to fend off Hadlar. The two students then go off on a journey to avenge Avon and bring peace back to the world. I don't need to watch this. I just read the whole fucking plot of the series.
Right? I'm like, oh my god. Did you tell me how the first episode is? Episodes?
Yeah, we can skip the first 3 episodes. We got it. The whole first arc has just been revealed to us.
My gosh. All that just to say no.
Yeah, just to say no. It did look like it had good animation. And is this Dragon Quest the game Dragon Quest?
What? Is there any other Dragon Quest?
No. It is the game. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
I figured as much.
Alright, well, no.
Alright. Yeah. Up next is Danmachi Season 3 by JC Sa. The third season of Danmachi. I was gonna read the whole thing out. My mind just said Danmachi. So
I think more people would know what you're talking about when you say Danmachi as opposed to
Danmachi 3.
Alright, so I know how Drew feels about Danmachi.
Oh man.
But this is literally gonna be number one in the everyone is watching. People are hyping this season up to no end. People who even don't like the first 2 seasons have come to me and be like, yo, you gotta cover Danmachi 3. It's all been for this moment. And I have no idea what's going to happen.
All right, fine.
I'm not saying that to hype you up. I'm just saying because now you're gonna be like, oh no, it wasn't as good as Attack on Titans.
My expectations have been set by season 2. It's it can't get any worse than that.
Right, so we will be covering that.
No, you have not hyped it up for me. It's see, that's how it works. I know it. You'll hype it up, and then I'll be somewhat excited, and then I'll be surprised somehow when it's crappy. So it's crappy, so that when it is crappy, I won't feel so bad.
Good. That is the right mentality to have when you're covering anime.
Yes.
Next up, we have Gochuusa Season 3. See, I got an easy one too. The 3rd season of Gochuusa. This is a very popular. I didn't know they had 2 seasons. I probably only saw season 1. There's a very popular slice of life anime about a Loli who runs a coffee shop, and she has her other cute friends with her, including other Lolis. Listen, I'm gonna watch it because obviously. But if you want a nice cutesy show to watch, that's just a feel good show where you can just watch on a Saturday morning while you drink your coffee, haha. This is a good show to watch. We're not covering it on the podcast because we would have literally nothing to say about it, and Drew would go crazy.
You know me so well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, up next we have the thing that I've been working forward to the most, honestly, of this whole lineup. The return of Golden Kamuy. Golden Kamuy Season 3. The 3rd season of Golden Kamuy. Separated from Sugimoto, a Sirpa now travels to the Russian border, focused on discovering more about her and her father's involvement with the coded tattoos. Sugimoto is determined to find and protect a Sirpa. Along the way, he'll discover new people, new cultures, rich with history, and an unforgiving terrain. Will Sugimoto and a Sirpa survive their journeys and reunite?
Oof. For those of you who have not seen the first 2 seasons of Golden, watch them. This is one of the most underrated masterpieces of a show I've ever seen.
I almost kind of want to watch season 2.
Yeah, I'm about to rewatch it. It's even if you're not this is one of those shows of even if you're not into anime, I would recommend it to somebody because it's just so damn good.
It's just so amazing by itself.
And it really does feel like a Quentin Tarantino
Yes.
project. He wrote this. He shadow wrote this.
I believe it. Please, everyone, watch it. So
Yes, yes. And we'll be covering it, of course.
good. Yep.
Next up, we have Haikyuu to the Top 2 by Production IG, the second core of Haikyuu to the Top.
Oh my god.
I feel like I should watch Haikyuu, but you know.
Everyone and their mom is like, oh my god, Haikyuu!
Yeah.
I would if I wasn't so busy that I couldn't take the time to watch all of season 1.
Pretty much. I'm sure it's gonna be good because everyone loves Haikyuu, and I'm not downplaying it. I just haven't seen Haikyuu, and I'm not about to watch it. So
Exactly. We really just don't have the time. We really just too much to do. I'm sorry. Sorry, y'all. Nothing personal.
Still love you.
Up next, we have Hanyo no Yashahime. The daughters of Sesshomaru and Inuyasha set out on a journey transcending time. In feudal Japan, half-demon twins Toa and Setsuna are separated from each other during a forest fire. While desperately searching for her younger sister, Toa wanders into a mysterious tunnel that sends her into present-day Japan, where she is found and raised by Kagome Higurashi's brother, Soda, and his family. 10 years later, the tunnel that connects the two eras has reopened, allowing Toa to be reunited with Setsuna, who is now a demon slayer working for Kohaku. But, to Toa's shock, Setsuna appears to have lost all her memories of her older sister. Joined by Moroha, the daughter of Inuyasha and Kagome, the three young women travel between the two eras on an adventure to regain their missing past. So they're all daughters of Inuyasha. Oh, okay.
Well, I think one of them is the daughter of Sesshomaru.
Yeah, no, I think 2 of them is a daughter of Sesshomaru's kids, and 1 daughter is Inuyasha.
Okay.
Yeah, Moroha, the daughter of Inuyasha and Kagome.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know how to feel about this because, like, on one hand, Inuyasha is very nostalgic for me, but not necessarily because I watched it and loved it. It's just I always remember it playing, and it had really good endings and opening songs. And like,
I know, it's like every heart intensifies.
I never really caught on to the like plot of Inuyasha. I just really liked the aesthetic.
Dual shards.
Yeah, and it was Mimi and stuff, and I remember talking about it with like my friends in like 4th grade or whatever. So I don't feel like I really want to commit to watching a sequel to it. How do you feel? Plus, this is probably going to be like 40 episodes or something.
It's like I want to, but
like I'm definitely going to check it out in my own time.
But everything you just said, essentially.
Yeah. I think we're gonna pass for it now, and then we'll check it out maybe in our own time.
Yeah.
That said, what we will be checking out is Higurashi no Naku Koro ni 2020 by Passione. New kid Keiichi Maira is settling into his new home of peaceful Hinamizawa village, making quick friends with the girls from his school. He's arrived in time for the big festival of the year, but something about this isolated town seems off, and his feelings of dread continue to grow with a gnawing fear that he's right. What dark secrets could this small community be hiding? Woo! One of my all-time favorites.
Hiding a lot.
Yep. If you haven't seen the original Higurashi, you should watch it. Even if you haven't, you'll know you watch this.
I would say you should, but I would honestly just say watch this one.
Yes, I mean you should watch this one if you haven't seen it yet. Don't go back and rewatch
the old one. Yeah.
No. Watch this one.
Because even though it's probably gonna be, do you think it's gonna have a different ending?
I don't think so. Can it? Maybe. But it's so good that even though I know what the mystery is, I don't care. Like I
still want to watch it. Like the development of it all. I want to watch it with. Like we're gonna be covering the podcast, but I'm gonna try to get like my little MA watch group to watch it because I know from most of them like I think I brought it up Higurashi and they're like, "What's that?" And I'm like, yes, we're all watching it. Yes,
my sweet summer children, we will learn Higurashi today. I think they also brought back all of the same voice actors, so that's awesome. I saw that the trailer had the Rena scene in it. It was really, really good.
Cannot wait.
Mm-hmm.
Up next, we have Hypnosis Mike, Division Rap Battle, Rhyme Anima by A1 Pictures. I'm really gonna hate reading this.
This escalates really quickly.
Just give me a second, because I'm really gonna. The first two things always make me laugh. After the war, women have taken over ruling politics in the Chuo Ward and have banned and destroyed weapons. This has caused men to fight through rap battles using hypnosis mics, which can be used to affect people's sympathetic nerves and influence their thought process. However, the legendary rap group, The Dirty Dog, has split into 4 groups, each representing a division of Tokyo, Japan, and are engaging in territorial battles using words and the hype mics.
This sounds like a fucking porno. I'm just saying.
I feel like their actual pornos are a better plot than this.
I mean, it sounds fun. I'm not gonna lie, it does sound like this sounds like a show that's so stupid that it could be good. like when it's so bad it's good shows.
This is a show I'd watch if I was very high, and I don't know, for some reason all the good comedies. I wasn't in the mood for a good comedy. I just want something really stupid like Osama Game.
Yeah, this is like Osama Game 2.0. Damn, makes me want to watch it, but no, pass.
Yeah, no, pass. 100%.
Alright. Next up, we have Ikebukuro Westgate Park by Doga Koba. Oh, this is different for them. Based on a series of urban mystery novels, crime-ridden Ikebukuro is a haven for violent gangs, the Yakuza, and the home to Makoto Majima. To protect his friends, this charismatic troubleshooter mediates disputes among the warring factions, even fixing problems the police can't. But when a rising tide of violence results in Makoto losing a loved one, can he ride out the storm, or will he drown in all the spilled blood that floods his streets? Ooh, this actually sounds pretty dope. It's like a crime drama? What? It does sound pretty cool, but like, if Doga Koba... Doesn't Doga Koba do all like the little cutesy moe shows? Yeah, what the fuck?
They go to the dark side.
They literally did Dumbbell, Watashi ni Tenshi, Uchi no Maid, Senko, your favorite show. Like, this is the hugest shift in tone.
Gabriel Dropout.
They did Gabriel Dropout. Yeah, they're like purely known. Umaru.
Oh my god.
They're purely known for their slice of life moe shows. And now they're just doing they're doing this. I mean,
but to be honest, like,
it sounds good.
It does. I would definitely put that as a maybe.
Yeah, I'm putting this as a maybe. It's always good to diversify.
Speaking of diversity, we have Iwa Kakeru, Sport Climbing Girls by Blade.
Oh yeah.
The story centers around girls who compete in sport climbing, particularly climbing artificially constructed walls. First-year high school student Konomi Kasahara discovered this sport at Hanamiya Girls High School after training her mind with puzzle games during junior high school.
I'll be watching this.
I won't.
This reminds me of that volleyball anime that came out like a year or two ago. Oh, and it is an ecchi. Okay, cool. I'll definitely be watching this.
Yes, it is definitely. And like, did you not see the?
Well, I mean, that could just be any. You know,
first of all, it's yeah. I was gonna say like, oh yeah, like Danbell, but Danbell was also an ecchi, so yeah, pass.
Yeah, no, pass. Well, pass on the podcast. I'll be watching it. I like my muscle girls. Anywho, next up we have Jujutsu Kaisen by Mappa. A boy fights for the right death. Oh, that is so edgy. I'm bleeding.
I know.
I'm literally bleeding from my eyes right now. Hardship, regret, shame, the negative feelings that humans feel become curses that lurk in our everyday lives. The curses run rampant throughout the world, capable of leading people to terrible misfortune and even death. What's more, the curses can only be exercised by another curse. Itadori Yuji is a boy with tremendous physical, oh god, this is a long one, strength. Though he lives a completely ordinary high school life, one day to save a friend who has been attacked by curses, he eats the finger of the double-faced specter.
What the fuck?
Taking the curse into his own soul. From then on, he shares the body with the double-faced specter, guided by the most powerful of sorcerers, Gojo Satoru. Itadori is admitted into the Tokyo Metropolitan Technical High School of Sorcery, an organization that fights the curses. And thus begins the heroic tale of a boy who became a curse to exercise a curse, a life from which we could never turn back. Oh, Jesus Christ. This is like edgy Harry Potter.
It was them calling it a technical high school, which was actually just an organization. That was it for me.
This is a technical high school.
That took me out. First of all, a school that sounds like a community college. That's not even a community college or a high school. It's just an organization. That took me out. I'm like, that's so fucking stupid.
Really, the Tokyo is such a generic, like the Tokyo Metropolitan Technical School. It's such a generic name.
Sorcery. Just add sorcery at the end. There you go. I feel like that's an actual school.
That definitely is. That has to be an actual school. They just added of sorcery to the end of it. Like the Bronx Community College of Magic and Witchcraft.
Oh my god, this is so great.
Oh, I take it back. Not the other show. This is the meme fucking show of the year.
The only way you can defeat this curse is with another curse.
Oh, but no.
It's just suffering all day, no matter what.
Remember, Drew,
a
boy fights for the right death.
Hardship, regret, shame, and negative feelings that humans feel becoming curses that lurk in our everyday lives.
Jesus.
Oh my god, where's my bang covering my eye?
Yeah, I need like seatbelts and wrapped around me and a fucking eye patch and all that shit.
Woo, Chile. Oh my god, that was hilarious. Yeah, like Oni said, no.
Pass.
Alright. Up next, we have Kamitachi ni Hiro Warata Otoko by Maho Film. Only 39 years into a life full of bad luck, Ryomo Takebayashi passes away in his sleep. Taking pity on him, three divine beings show compassion by reincarnating him as a young boy to a magical new world. Now he spends his time researching and caring for slimes. But after healing an injured traveler, Ryoma decides to set out with his new friends on a journey to use his power to help others.
Aww, cute.
That actually does sound really cute.
Yeah, it sounds like a very nice, heartwarming type of show to watch.
I know.
I don't think we're gonna cover.
No, we're not. But it sounds really. That's like.
Oh wait, this is the other show at Maho Film, so they've only done one show actually.
Yeah, this is the other Maho Film anime. But we hope it does good. Maybe I'll watch it when I'm feeling like really sad. Like,
yeah. After I'm depressed from Higurashi, I'll come back and watch this one.
Exactly.
Alright, up next we have Kamisama ni Natte by PA Works. Yuta Narukami is a student focused only on his college entrance exams. During his last summer break of high school, he was approached by a girl named Hina, who says she is the god of omniscience. She tells him that in 30 days, the world will end. At first, Yuta doesn't believe her, but after she demonstrates her supernatural predictive powers, he becomes convinced her power is genuine. Hina, meanwhile, decides for some reason to stay at this house, and they begin a tumultuous vacation facing the end of the world together. I saw the trailer for this, and it looked really good because it was like a high budget comedy. Like it looked in some parts like Jashin Chan almost. but then it had this very serious like underlining thing, so it also felt kind of like Angel Beatsy, you know, like where Angel Beats can be really funny, but then also like fucking horrifically sad. It felt like one of, and it is a drama, so I don't know.
I mean, you're kind of selling me on it because I just from the animation everyone looks, it does look Angel Beats-ish, and it's like, oh my god, we're just hanging out even though the world's about to end, which is kind of dark.
Yeah, it's like a comedy that has this really dark undertone that can really take a turn, you know, for the dark.
I'll give it a maybe.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Alright, up next we have Kimi to Boku no Saigo no Senjo, Arui wa Sekai ga Hajimaru Seisen by Silverlink. Embroiled in a 100-year war, young Isuka is sent to assassinate the Ice Calamity Witch, Alice Lease. Sure. Meant to murder each other, their initial encounter on the battleground creates doubt in their missions, but finding common ground together would make them traitors to their own countries. Through circumstances previously made them enemies, their now conflicted hearts may just make them lovers.
So this is actually one of the shows that Savior was recommending, I believe. And it has good animation because it's Silverlink, and it's like a good action show that has like a Romeo and Juliet vibe to it. It's like a romance action.
I don't know. He did. I'm like Savior. I don't know. Savior's recommendations haven't been bad, to my knowledge. I can't think of one where he said something and I was like, you know.
Arigaru.
That was him.
Well, that was him and Orion.
It's like, I don't know. We'll put that as a maybe. Maybe. I would have been yes, but then you told me he was the one who did or
sorry, Savior. Under the bus.
Yeah, nah. Like season, like what was your excuse for season 2?
All right. Up next, we have King's Raid Ishio Sugomomo Taichi by OLM and Sunrise Beyond. Story set in a world of sword and sorcery, a century after King Cairo of Orvelia defeated the Demon King Angumundo. The Squire Cassel lives in these peaceful times. However, Cassel's destiny is set in motion when he hears of demons reappearing on his land. Guided by the great wise man, Cassel embarks onto an adventure with his companions to drive back the darkness, threatening his once peaceful land, and becomes the chosen warrior of the Holy Sword Ea.
I'm gonna give it a buck. That sounded so boring.
Yes, it did. It sounded super generic. Dude fights demons.
Duh, it lives in land. A generic isekai world where there's knights and stuff. Demons are invaded, threatening the kingdom. You must fight them. The end.
And it's because there's so many action shows this season that I don't think this one was going to really hold a candle to the ones. So,
alright, cool. Yep, same. Alright, moving on to Kuma 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 Bear by ETM Squared. 15-year-old Yuna 15-year-old Yuna prefers staying home and obsessively playing her favorite VR MMO game to doing anything else.
To doing anything else.
Okay, that's. I was like, did I just read this wrong? Thank you. To doing anything else, including going to school. When a strange new update gives her a one-of-a-kind bear outfit that comes with overpowered abilities, Yuna is torn. The outfit is unbearably cute, but too embarrassing to wear in-game. But she suddenly finds herself transported to the world of the game, facing down monsters and magic for real, and the bear suit becomes the best weapon she has. I
actually saw the first episode of this.
Yeah,
it was
I know.
Cute. It was
I was just like, I saw that I said 15. I looked at them and I'm like, 15 wear, but okay.
It was, it was like just a VR. It's kind of like I keep wanting to say Sora Online, but it's nothing like Sora Online.
It sounds
God
like
damn
a
it,
Sora Online.
Yeah, all right, but without any of the actual drama or action, it was just her in a bear suit fighting random enemies and shit, and her being cute because she's in a bear suit. And she has like a nonchalant attitude towards everything.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's not a show you would like. I'm just saying, it was a fun watch for me.
Yes, I bet it was.
Mm-hmm.
More of that pointless BS you love so much.
Speaking of fun watches for me, Love Live! Nijigasaki Gakuen School Idol Dokokai by Sunrise, the third installment of the Love Live franchise, focusing on the Nijigasaki High School Idol Club. A new generation of Love Live.
Because that's what we needed.
Yes, it is. I'm going to keep it honest. I think this is the least interesting batch of the Love Live girls I've seen so far. And nothing in the trailer.
There's only 3 of them. That's not like...
Is there only 3? It looks like a lot more than 3.
No, I'm saying...
Oh, the regenerations?
Like, yes.
Yeah, but the other generations had so much more, like... How do I put this? Original-looking characters, I guess? Or more, like, out-there character designs. This just looks like we took the background characters from the previous 2 generations and put the show. I mean, maybe... I do love Love Live. So the question is, do we want to cover it on the podcast?
I know there's one girl who literally looks like the girl with the bun on to the side of her head. First of all, she literally looks just like Yui.
All 3 main girls look exactly the same.
They really all look the same. I kind of hate that, though.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. Well, to everyone watching this, have a good time. Enjoy your...
So, pass.
Moving on,
I thought you liked Love Live. Aw. It's
very okay. Like, if you want...
No, I'm not fighting for this one. No, don't even try me.
Yeah, like, if you... I will say I understand why people like the show. If you want an idol show that is literally just idols, shit, like just that, nothing else, nothing, absolutely nothing, then yes, Love Live can give that to you.
Fair enough. I'll be watching on my own as well.
Yeah, so you guys enjoyed that. Up next, we have Maesatsu by Studio Gokumi and X's. When 4 hardworking friends pair up to chase their dream of becoming professional stand-up comedians, they quickly find out that being funny is seriously difficult. Join Fubuki, Mapuyu, Rin, Nayuta, and the rest of their hilarious pals as they overcome obstacles on the journey to achieving their ultimate goal, performing live at the Namba Grand Kagetsu.
Very interesting premise.
I know, but
the style.
My problem is, what happens if it's not funny?
That's the thing. Yeah. Comedies tend to need to rely on being funny.
Like, I know that sounds a little, like, silly, but it's like, this whole premise is about, we are girls, and we're trying to be in an industry where we are funny.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, no, this anime, more than any other comedy, has to actually just be funny.
Yeah, and this could be a real big hit or miss, basically.
Amazingly big hit or miss. Like, it's either one or the other.
You want to put it as a maybe and come back and see if we need another comedy to take a chance on? Only because there's not that many comedies this season.
Yeah, I don't know. It just seems like it's gonna be a really cutesy show as opposed to just like a humor thing. Also, I just quickly glanced at the trailer. I don't like that a trailer about girls being comedians had nothing, didn't tell one single joke. That's a red flag for me.
You judging a
That's
show?
A red flag.
You judging a show off of a trailer is how we got King's Game.
I didn't say it's bad. I didn't say it's outright bad. I'm just saying that's a red flag.
All right, so are we passing or maybe?
Maybe, I guess.
Okay. Next up we have Magatsu Warheit Zust by Yokohama Animation Lab. Based on the popular RPG from K-Lab, in the Warhite Empire, humanity's spirit remains fragmented from disaster, the past where many lives were lost to bloodthirsty monsters who were once summoned, but the fate of the capital is about to drastically change when shy transport worker Inumao and naive Empire soldier Leocardio get caught up in a smuggling incident. Oof, nope, pass.
Yeah,
Sounds
like...
too pretentious for me.
Oh,
these are the dudes that did Midu Tights, though. Not like that has anything to do with this.
I'm like, I don't know what that means.
The anime about the girls that wore tights?
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. I've never watched that. I know I've seen you reference it before. Okay. Well, that's cool. Can I
Yep,
move on?
you can move on.
Great. Up next we have Mahoka Koko no Retose Raiho Shahen. Oh my god, my pronunciation is a mess today. By 8-Bit. The second season of Mahoka Koko no Retose, Miyuki Shiba's classmates Kitayama Shizuku is on her way to study abroad. For magicians, this is normally impossible, since allowing the genes of someone who can use magic outside their home country's border is tantamount to giving up their national secrets.
Dun, dun, dun.
No, I just had to breathe. That's a long sentence. But it's allowed to happen in one case exchange programs, and that's how Angelina Kudo Shields, known as Lena, has arrived in Japan from the USNA to study at First High. Around the time Lena arrives in Japan, magicians begin getting attacked by a mysterious being who leaves his victims drained of blood.
Not the Chupacabra.
Tatsuya and Miyuki Shiba be able to discover the identity of the quote-unquote vampire?
It's been so long since I saw the first season, and I heard that you have to watch the movie to catch up. So I liked the first season. I remember liking the first season, but I don't know if I want to watch another, because I'll have to rewatch the first season and then watch the movie.
There's nothing really here that I read that made me excited. to be completely honest.
But you get to hear the sister go "Oni-sama" 500 times in an episode.
I can do that by watching the magical high school, the regular at the magical high school.
That is this. That's second season.
Wait, this is it?
Yeah.
Oh fuck no, absolutely not.
What? I like how that re-solidified your opinion, but worse.
oh, this is that one. Okay, so definitely not. No, I remember that series. Remember being just, I don't know what's happening. Nothing makes sense. I'm always lost. It literally was like High School of the Dead. High School of the Dead. Excuse me. It literally was like the God of High School.
Mm-hmm.
But not as entertaining because shit isn't blowing up and getting crazy. It's just like these very super chess magic fights, which don't make any sense because I don't even know how the magic system works to begin with. Nope. Absolutely not.
Spicy take. Leave your hate comments just addressed to Drew.
Yes, please do. It makes me stronger.
Alright, so pass on that one. Next up, we have Majo no Tabi Tabi by C2C. Once upon a time, there was a witch named Elenia, who set on a journey across the world. Along the way, she would meet all kinds of people from a country full of witches, to a giant in love with his own muscles. But with each meeting, Elenia would become a small part of their story, and her own world would get a little bit bigger. This was like Harry Potter. I saw the trailer. It reminded me so much of Harry Potter mixed with Little Witch Academia, and it's just about a cute witch that travels around doing stuff on an adventure and meeting people.
Okay.
And she has a little wand.
Okay, that's a thing, I guess.
Yeah.
I feel like you're not feeling it.
I mean, it has the potential to be really boring, you know?
I know. I feel like this is what I feel like some people may have thought of when we watched, or when I watched the what is it, the Magician's Apprentice? Yeah, the Magus Bride.
Mm-hmm.
But then Magus Bride was like incredible.
Yeah, I would say the difference between this show and that show is that show's probably a lot better written and has like actual substance to the plot, and I feel like this is just going to be like this week I met a giant, and this week I met a frog, and I turned him into a prince, and
and then magic, the end.
And then magic.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
So
you can move on.
Fair enough. Pass.
Up next. Oh wait, let me get some water.
Yeah, get that water.
Oh, nice and parched. Up next, we have excuse me, Maojo de Oyasumi by Doga Kobo.
Yeah.
I guess they went back to
they went back to their roots.
Yeah. Princess Cialis is trying to get a good night's sleep. Some Jedi. 40 winks. 40. Okay, I didn't know that was a phrase for sleep. Catch some Z's.
Just list every phrase for sleep.
Right? Long ago in olden times, when people and demons lived together in disharmony, really, a demon king kidnaps a human princess and imprisons her in this castle. Bereft, the princess's subjects beat their chests in anguish until a hero arises to spearhead Project Rescue Our Princess. While waiting for her knight in shining armor, what's an imprisoned princess to do? Teddy bear guards with bat wings are all very well, but her dungeon cell is boring. So she decides to while away the long hours by sleeping. Now, if only she can get comfortable and didn't suffer from insomnia.
Well, the prize for the best written fucking
right? It felt like they knew we were going to be saying this.
Yeah, somebody had fun writing the little synopsis.
Yeah, right. Man, I felt it. I felt how they felt.
This is another show that really looked interesting to me because it's cute. Like the girl's trying to sleep, and then all this shit keeps happening in the demon castle, and she has to do all this shit to like stop people from stopping her from falling asleep. It looked good. The problem is, again, I don't know how much potential it has to last.
I know. I'm just like, God, it sounds like this can really be boring.
Like, yeah, like, it feels like I need more to the premise than just, like, this girl's trying to fall asleep, but she can't. I'm like, cool, alright, but it has to be, like, what, 12 episodes long? So...
Yeah.
Oh, but it's really nicely animated. I'm gonna put it as a maybe.
That's fair.
Okay. Next up, we have Muno na Nana by Bridge. It is the year 20XX. Earth has been assaulted by monsters known as the enemy of humanity. Oh God, are they partners of the Huge? In order to deal with this threat, special schools comprised of teenagers with extraordinary abilities were formed. These people, who came to be known as the Talented,
yes,
he said defy the rules of reality. Among those superpowered individuals was an outlier, someone who was sent to one of the schools despite having no innate special abilities whatsoever. This is a story of our protagonist who attempts to defeat the enemies of humanity through the use of intelligence and manipulation, and not creative naming senses.
So for me, this, guys, if you haven't realized, a good basis, I feel like, when judging an anime to watch or not, you have to look out for what they name their things.
Yeah, like how much effort they put into it.
Yes, there's a very good chance that if it sounds really dumb, the rest of the anime is also very dumb.
Precisely.
Not 100% all the time. I feel like there's some cases where, you know...
Yeah, there's like sub cases where the naming can be lazy, but it's fine. Like Witches in Madoka is not really that creative of a name, but it fits and kind of works.
Exactly.
This is just the enemies of humanity facing the talented students from the school.
Untalented.
Oh man. So pass.
Oh yeah, definite pass.
Okay.
Up next, we have Noblesse by Production IG. Oh, this is a long one. For 820 years, he had slumbered with no knowledge of mankind's advancement and scientific progress. The land which he once knew has become an unfamiliar place with new technology, attitudes, and lifestyles. Upon awakening, Cadis Etrama de Rizel, aka Rai, seeks to familiarize himself with this era. He locates a loyal servant of his, Frankenstein, who is currently the principal of a South Korean high school.
I'm sorry, go.
Alright. Rai decides that this school is a perfect place to help him learn about the modern world, enrolls, and begins associating with a group of good-natured students in order to quote-unquote blend in. But this new world is no safer than the old, and the dignified, bewildered, technologically inept Rai finds himself embroiled in adventures both ridiculous and dangerous.
Well, it sounds self-aware, so I don't know. It sounds like it could be fun.
I know, right? It sounds like it could be very stupid. I don't know.
By the way, the anime I was talking about before that I thought seemed similar to one of the other shows was K. That's what it was.
I feel like I tried watching that.
You definitely did. Because I remember you talking about it to me, and I was like, oh, interesting, but no. Because I remember watching a few episodes. Either way, it has nothing to do with this. Which also looks very similar to K, by the way.
I just, okay, so my thing with this, I just watched the trailer. The main character, the fact that he's just incredibly, like, motionless in his face,
He
somehow
looks
is
really
like
bland.
It almost looked like he was giving me like Sakamoto vibes.
Yeah.
Like I'm just doing things, but I'm doing things with like just a very blank expression on my face. I don't know. I'm gonna put it as a maybe.
Alright, let's do a maybe. Next up we have Ochi Kobore Fruit Tart by Feel. Former showbiz stars Roko, Hayu, and Nina live together in a dormitory for dropout idol girls. As timing would have it, young dreamer Sakura happens to move in with the other girls just as an announcement is made to tear down the dorm due to a 100 million yen debt. This leads to the unexpected formation of a new idol group called Fruit Tart. Their sole mission, earn some yen and stop the demolition.
That is the worst name I've ever heard for a band in a very long time. Moshi Fruit Tart desu. Oh my
god. Sounds cute, but no. I mean, I'll watch it.
In Japanese it sounds cute, but in
Japanese
English, it
sounds fruit like fruto tato.
Yeah, fruit tart desu. Like that sounds cute, but
it would sound cute.
Fruit tart.
Oh. Yeah, it's cuter when it's coming out of an anime girl's mouth. I'm sure.
Yeah, obviously we're not doing this.
Yeah, I know. I like to dream sometimes, though.
Up next, we have Osamatsu-san 3 by Studio Period. It is the third season of Osamatsu-san. We've never really covered this on the podcast, so we're not going to start, basically.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm not really a fan of the series. I know Chris is a huge fan. Not my type of comedy.
Oh, yes, because there's no girls in it.
That too. Next up, we have...
Yeah, that too, that only. But continue.
Saikyo Kamizi Mode by Bandai Namco Pictures, and it has no description, so it has no relevance to me.
Yeah, it also looks very... Oh, God. All that...
It looks like Shadowverse. Is this second season of Shadowverse?
You're right. Look at all that bright, offensive color. Yikes. No, thank you. Up next, we have Seize Ganbare Maho Shoujo Kurumi 3 by Pie in the Sky. A third season of Seize Gambare Maho Shoujo Kurumi.
There was a Magical Girl Kurumi anime, I remember. It wasn't this. I remember watching it a long time ago. Or was no, Steel Angel Kurumi, I think. Really old show. It was pretty fun. It was an ecchi.
Don't know how that relates to this.
It doesn't. I just have nothing to say about this, so pass.
Okay, great. Yeah, Pie in the Sky is like they've only done this and like some other kids anime, so yeah, pass.
Alright, next up we have Senyoku no Sigirifa by A1 Pictures. The pillar suddenly appeared above Earth, threatening all life. A god who called himself Odin came to the aid of humanity as it was driven to the near-complete defeat. To counter the pillars, Odin declared a counterattack by bequeathing humanity with the battle maidens, Valkyries, and the hero craft as their wings. Several years later, the battle between humanity and the pillars rages on, with men supporting the Valkyries as they soar through the treacherous skies to save the world. Japan is no exception. 3 Valkyries confronted the giant pillar looming over the sacred Mount Fuji. Each Valkyrie is skilled, but each wall also has issues. And now that's really offensive. Rude.
You got that another way.
They're really great, but they have issues. And now an ace pilot has arrived from Europe. Now is the time to fight back humanity. The day of reckoning has arrived. The time of Ragnarok draws near. Pass.
Yeah, same.
Okay.
Up next is Strike, which is Dai. I don't want to say that in Japanese. 101 Togo Sento Kokudan Road to Berlin by David Production. A new Strike Witches anime, which was announced as part of the franchise's 10th anniversary.
Oh, I feel old.
Yep.
All right, so here's where I make a case for Strike Witches.
Oh God!
Listen, hear me out. I love Strike Witches, and we haven't covered an ecchi anime in a long time on the podcast.
What are you talking about? Wait. No, I'm. Okay, damn. Yeah, nothing last was actually really ecchi. Even though two of the.
I would not qualify Azaki as an ecchi.
Yeah, it was not ecchi enough. Wait, because I'm going back.
You're gonna go back a long time. We haven't covered an ecchi in I think all of this year.
That's not true. Definitely, it's been since the start of the year though, because that's when Monster Reviewers.
Oh yeah, you should look at reviewers. Yeah, I think that might have been the last ecchi we covered.
Yeah, that was the last ecchi we covered.
So I'm gonna leave this as a maybe, in case we need to round out our thing, and we're like, hey, we need a comedy ecchi thing.
Fine. Jesus.
Yay. Next up, we have Taiso Samurai by Mappa. Story is set in the year 2002 in the once powerful Japanese men's gymnastic team. Shotaro Aragaki, the former Japanese team member who devoted his life to gymnastics, is no longer able to compete to his expectations. Despite training strenuously day after day, he is advised to retire by his coach, Amakusa. However, a certain encounter alters Aragaki's fate. It looks like Shaft, but it's not.
It's Mappa, and I'm just like, man, is this Yuri on Ice but gymnastics?
Maybe.
I see a girl in the middle, so the answer is probably no, but I want it to be.
No, I don't want to take a risk on this, but
no. Yeah. If there was maybe if there was another dude in there, maybe I'd have to be like, ha, time to barter. How much do you like Strike Witches?
We just make each other suffer.
Yeah, no, probably not. Up next, we have Tonikaku Kawaii by 7 Arcs. The story follows a protagonist whose name was written with the characters for Hoshizora, Starry Sky in Japanese, but whose name is pronounced as Nasa.
Hey, I get that.
Well, I'm glad one of us does.
Like NASA.
Oh, I thought it was actually something like Japanese. Wow, that's a little bit.
It's clever, all right.
That's disappointing. I thought it was like
Or maybe it's not even
comedy
intentional. I'm just
related.
reading into it too much. I don't know.
No, I feel like now I think about it, I feel like you're actually right. Jinxie kind of disappointed. But anyways, on the day of this high school entrance, on his high school entrance exams, Nasa encounters a beautiful girl named Tsukasa. For Nasa, the asas are really throwing me off. For Nasa, it feels like destiny is calling out to him that he will have a girlfriend. But things take a turn for the worse when Nasa is hit by a car and unable to attend his entrance
talk about
exams.
a bad day. Hit by a car. He can't go to the entrance exam.
God damn. After Tsukasa helps the injured Nasa, he confesses his feelings to her, and she agrees to go out with him, but only if Nasa agrees to marry her first.
That's always a red flag.
Yeah. A year later, Nasa aces the entrance exams, but he decides to work a part-time job and live by himself instead of going to school. After Nasa turns 18, Tsukasa reappears, and their happy, romantic, and mysterious married life together begins.
This sounds interesting, actually.
That sounds interesting.
And the trailer was kind of adorable. Seven Arcs, I know, does a lot of good stuff. Seven Arcs. Whoops, I haven't clicked on Seven Arcs. Seven Arcs. What have they done lately? I haven't seen anything from Seven Arcs lately.
No, are you saying you didn't watch art?
No, I saw the Nanaha stuff.
Oh my god, yeah, there's nothing but Nanaha, oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Shit. Maybe. I feel like we're gonna have to choose between the comedies.
Yeah, we really are.
Alright. So maybe it is. Next up, we have Sukiyuta the Animation 2 by Children's Playground Entertainment. It is the second season of Sukiyuta. I have not seen the first season of. Drew, have you seen the first season of this?
9.
So, pass.
Pass, indeed. And last but not least, we have Yukoku no Moriarty by Production IG. The story's main protagonist is James Moriarty, the famous antagonist from Sir Arthur Conan Doyle's Sherlock Holmes series. He's an orphan who assumes the name William James Moriarty when he and his younger brother are adopted into the Moriarty family. As a young man, he seeks to remove the ills caused by England's strict class system.
Ooh.
I
mean, on one hand, yeah, it sounds interesting, but on the other hand, it also sounds boring.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Is that how I feel? I'm just like I want to, but also there's just already so many anime that we have to choose from as quote unquote maybes that.
Yeah, keep in mind we do have a leftover in Fire Force.
So we're only actually picking 5.
Yes.
And by only picking 5,
we already picked 3.
Alright, so and we're not doing 8 again.
No,
I don't care.
I
don't care.
It's funny how much one extra anime like dramatically like changes the workload.
Oh my god, it feels like Sunday is like hell. Like, is that from like I'm recovering from drinking and having to watch so much at once? No, absolutely not.
All right, so we're all watching Fire Force, Danmachi Season 3, Golden Kamuy Season 3, and Higurashi. 4 shows. We need 2 more, and then the viewers can pick one. That's a lot of action. We have a lot of action here.
Okay, so let's probably just get rid of all the action ones. So goodbye, Assault Lily.
Goodbye, 100 Man. No, da da.
Goodbye. Oh no, never mind. That's not it.
Kimi Toboku, the one that's Savior on it.
Yeah, sorry, girl.
Sorry, Savior. I'll watch it in my own time. Don't worry. We can chat about it, or you could vote for it. I don't know.
Yeah, you can vote for it.
You can vote for it. Ikebukuro.
Oh, I have to get rid of Noblesse. I didn't want to get rid of Noblesse. Man. Ikebukuro. I'm trying to think of anything else we're watching.
I mean, I'm saying, do you want to keep it or do you want to get rid of it?
Yeah, I'm trying to wonder because it's like, on one hand, I do, but it's like this seems like a show that's like mystery and violence and guys doing guy stuff, and I already have that in Golden Kamuy.
That is true.
Golden Kamuy is very the same, except probably better.
All right, so then
we can take it out.
That means we have Yuri Girls, Kamisama,
excuse me,
the comedy trio, Maojo Yasumi, Strike Witches, and the Bride.
Not gonna lie, I really, because now that you just said them all, I kind of really like the Kamisama.
Kamisama? Okay.
I tried watching the trailer, and did not let me. Yes.
I don't really care about the Yuri girl thing. I think I'm gonna be between either Kamisama, Strike Witches, or the Bride. I think that's all we have. Is that everything?
The Bride.
The guy who marries the woman.
I feel like with Kamisama, I really want. I think I will let you choose. I will let you choose the last one if you really.
All right. I want to keep in mind that this is gonna be. All right. So between Kamisama, Strike Witches, and the Bride. Let me see who's working on each one. I really want Strike Witches, but they haven't had a good track record lately, to be quite honest with you. So I don't know how great it's gonna be.
I mean, worst case scenario. Like, the reason why I won't even be mad is only because we don't have an etch. But it's not. Is it funny? Would you say Strike Witch is funny?
It can be. It's not like ha 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 funny, but it just like is generally like lighthearted when a character's being stupid. It's not as serious. It's not a serious action show or anything. I'm tempted to go with that or Kamisama, but the Kamisama one I feel like can be really depressing, and I don't want a depressing show.
I don't know, but I want if it's going to be really good though.
Yeah, it could be really good.
Like, it has such an interesting part. I want Kamisama. Like that one I want. That's why I'm like, I will go as far as to let you pick the last one.
Oh, I thought you said you wanted Maojo.
Wait, no.
Oh, okay, so then you want Kamisama.
I want Kamisama.
Okay. In that case, I'm picking. That makes this easier because I was deciding between that one. All right, so then that makes this easier. Strike Witches.
All right.
Okay, so that means our final lineup is going to be Strike Witches. Is going to be Fire Force from last season, along with Danmachi Season 3, Golden Kamuy Season 3, Higurashi, Kamisama, and Strike Witches, and then your viewer choice. So I'm going to throw up a poll in a couple of days. If you're a patron, if you're a YouTube sponsor, or if you're a Twitch sub, you can check the Discord. It'll be pinned in the Midnight channel, where you can vote for what show you'd like us to cover. It's not going to be everything on this list, because we're not going to cover something like, I don't know, Saikyo Kamizo Mizimo.
Yeah, I already know how
we roll. All right, so yeah, let's do that. What shows are you definitely not gonna, aside from things that are obvious, like we're not covering the kid shows?
Shows that I will not watch. Anything with idols.
Okay, so no idols. Sorry, Idolmaster or Idolmaster. Love Live.
Anything I clearly don't want to watch, like the magical, like, irregulars.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's not happening.
I'm going to say my only restriction is no season 3 or 2 of anything because I don't.
I mean, obviously, we're not doing that. I think that's almost obvious. Don't like that goes without saying. Everything, in addition to everything I just said, that too.
Other than that, I think my only exception is going to be Dragon Quest,
which is also it's not a new one, is it?
It's a new show.
Oh, I thought it was based off of something.
I mean, it's based off the game, but it's a new show.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, only because I specifically feel like that one might have a chance of winning, and I'm like, I really want to watch Dragon Quest. No offense. Okay. But everything else is free game. You'll see the poll up on the Discord. We'll let you guys vote on it. You guys can pick what we watch for the 7th show. Please try not to torment us too much. And yeah. Do you have anything you'd like to add, Drew? Oh, I should also mention before I... Yeah. But if you're not following us, make sure you subscribe so you can catch the podcast and watch us cover these shows every week. Click that sub button if you'd like to follow us every week. Also, if you haven't already, do join the party over in our Discord. Follow us on Twitter and follow us on Twitch. Become a member, like I said, to vote. And now, Drew, do you have anything you'd like to add?
Yeah, no, I was literally just gonna be like, oh, you could just take it away. Yeah, no, just or just let us know in the comments what are you most looking forward to, and why.
Yes, share with us your most anticipated shows.
Yeah, I actually read the comments now.
And remember, everyone, a boy fights for the right to death. Until next time. So this is Sorody and
Darkness.
And we'll catch you guys later. Later!
Bye.